The Bold and the Beautiful is once again stirring the pot, and this time the buzz is centered around Will Spencer, Electra Forrester, and Dylan. 3 characters suddenly sharing a lot more screen time and raising plenty of eyebrows in the process. A new preview for the week of December 22nd to 26th has fans asking one big question. What exactly is B&B setting up with this unexpected trio? The promo footage shows Will, Electra, and Dylan spending an unusually relaxed day together, complete with swimsuits and beach vibes. On the surface, it looks harmless, 3 people unwinding, enjoying the sunshine, and trying to move forward after recent emotional trauma. But as long-time B&B viewers know, nothing is ever just what it seems. This storyline stems from Dylan's ongoing struggle to cope with the aftermath of hitting Luna Nozawa with her car. It's been a heavy emotional burden, and both Will and Electra have gone out of their way to offer support. Their intentions appear sincere, helping Dylan feel less isolated and more grounded as she works through guilt and fear. And at first, that's exactly how it plays. The trio's beach day suggests progress. Dylan is smiling again. She seems more relaxed. There's laughter, warmth, and a sense of connection that hasn't been there before. For a moment, it feels like a healing arc, one built on friendship, empathy, and shared understanding. Then the preview takes a sharp turn. Out of nowhere, Will suggests that Dylan stay the night. The moment is brief but loaded. Dylan looks surprised, even hesitant, before asking, "Really?" It's not played as outright flirtation, but it is unexpected. Electra quickly jumps in, enthusiastically backing the idea and saying she'd love to spend more time together. That's when fans started raising alarms. Why is B&B pushing this dynamic so hard? Why the overnight stay? And why frame it in a way that feels intentionally ambiguous? Dylan's reaction is particularly telling. She looks hopeful, but also confused, like she's trying to understand what this invitation truly means. Is it friendship? Support? Or something more complicated that the show is deliberately leaving open to interpretation? Soap operas thrive on discomfort and speculation, and this setup has plenty of both. Some viewers believe this is the early stage of a much darker storyline. There's growing concern that Dylan could be positioned as the next emotionally unstable character, possibly filling the void left by Luna. But others are pushing back on that idea, pointing out that Dylan hasn't shown any manipulative or obsessive tendencies so far. In fact, she's come across as grounded, professional, and genuinely grateful for the kindness she's been shown. That's why the overnight invitation feels so strange. The Bold and the Beautiful doesn't do things by accident. When a show chooses to highlight an overnight stay in a preview, it's because something dramatic, or controversial, is coming. Whether that's a misunderstanding, a boundary crossing moment, or a shock reveal, the writers clearly want fans talking. And it's working. There's also the uncomfortable power dynamic conversation bubbling under the surface. Dylan is a teacher. Will and Electra are younger. Even if nothing inappropriate happens, the optics alone are enough to spark debate. B&B has a long history of towing the line with provocative storylines, and this one is no exception. That raises the possibility that the real shocker isn't romance at all, but fallout. What if the overnight stay is completely innocent, yet leads to rumors, accusations, or major consequences? What if someone walks in at the wrong time, or makes assumptions that spiral into scandal? Soap operas often thrive on perception rather than reality. Another theory suggests the storyline could be a test of trust between Will and Electra. Bringing Dylan into their inner circle so quickly, and so intensely, could expose cracks in their relationship. Jealousy, insecurity, or miscommunication could easily turn this supportive gesture into emotional chaos. And let's not forget, previews are designed to mislead. B&B has mastered the art of making moments look far more explosive than they turn out to be. The overnight stay could end with nothing more than a heartfelt conversation, a breakthrough for Dylan, or a moment of clarity for all 3 characters. But even if that's the case, the ripple effects could be massive. Once lines feel blurred, even temporarily, it's hard to put things back where they were. Friendships change. Trust shifts. And viewers are left questioning motives long after the episode ends. That's why this storyline has caught fire. It's not about what will happen, it's about what could happen. The uncertainty is the hook. And the writers are clearly leaning into that tension, knowing fans will dissect every look, every line of dialogue, and every pause. One thing is certain, Dylan's overnight stay won't be meaningless. Whether it leads to emotional revelations, relationship strain, or an unexpected twist, it's guaranteed to shake things up. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that this trio's dynamic is far from settled, and whatever comes next will leave viewers talking well into the new year. As always, we'll be watching closely and bringing you updates as this storyline unfolds. Because on B&B, even the most innocent invitation can change everything.